Hey everyone, so I just wanted to jump on here and show you how to do a super easy DIY Easter wreath with everything from the Dollar Tree. So what we're gonna do, I got these really cute wooden wreaths at the Dollar Tree here. And then I also got these really cute jute wrapped carrots. And then I also got these cute little bunnies right here. Now, all of this stuff you can find at the Dollar Tree. The bunny was originally on a stick. I have cut it off. They do have like pink and blue. They have different varieties. These little eggs that I've got that we're gonna put on our wreath today, they come in a bag like this, and they do have like little strings on top. However, they're really easy to pull out. And if not, you can always just cut them off. And for the carrots, this is what we got, or what I got at the Dollar Tree. Super cute. They come 4 a pack, and I love them. I bought a whole bunch because I'm going to decorate all throughout the house with them. So what we're going to do today, this might take less than 10 minutes to do depending on what you want to add to it. So first, I went ahead and cut the stick off the bunny and pulled the strings out of 2 of the eggs that I want to use. I'm not sure if I'm going to use any more, but we're just going to start with the 2. All right, so I noticed that it's wrapped right here, and it does have a string loose right here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to keep that and use it for my top. So that'll be our top. And right now my hot glue gun is warmed up. So now we're just going to go ahead and place the bunny first, since I'm going to basically decorate around the bunny. So I'm not kind of sure where I want it. So just anywhere that you want to place it on the wreath would work. I just like to start with the biggest piece because then I can decorate all around. So just add a little hot glue gun or hot glue to that, and then go ahead and adhere it to your wreath. It only takes a couple of seconds for it to dry. And like I said, you can get so many different decorations from the Dollar Tree, because I have gone crazy over the last few weeks buying a bunch of Easter decorations. And that's why we're doing this video right now, because as many of you know, if you don't get it now, it won't be available when the holiday comes. I don't know why, but the Dollar Tree always likes to put out the holiday stuff way before it's necessary, and you have to get it before it runs out. So here we're gonna do a carrot right there. And these are so easy. I mean, if your child is old enough to handle a hot glue gun, that your kids can make these on their own. They can make them as little gifts. It's really cute, really easy to make. There is no wrong way to do it. So here's what I've got right now. So I've kind of like tucked the bunny off to the side. And I think I will add some kind of a bow up here. Again, you can get the ribbon from the Dollar Tree. And now let's add an egg. And I don't know how much I'm gonna do on this wreath, but I just know that we're gonna start out with 2 of the eggs. So, and again, these are really nice wreaths, and you can use these wreaths for any kind of decorations that you want. You can put succulents on these, flowers, whatnot, but I thought it'd be really cute to do an Easter wreath with this. So I'm just gonna keep on going. And they do have some metal, I did notice that they had like metal signs at the Dollar Tree. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. They do have these metal signs. If you got a big enough wreath, these would be awesome, because they do say Happy Easter. So like you could do Happy Easter on one wreath if it's big enough, or you could do blessings. Now this wreath is not big enough because it's a smaller one, so we're just gonna not put anything in there. But we're gonna work our way down the wreath, and then, like I said, we'll go from there. I could add some more green to it. I'm not quite sure, but I'm liking it so far. So here's what we've got. And again, there's no wrong or right way to do this. It's totally up to you on how you want to decorate it. And again, if you want to put like a welcome sign on top, or put any greenery, which I think I'm going to do, I might look for some here in just a few moments, now that I'm actually getting these attached. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so I did find some greenery. Again, it's from the Dollar Tree. This is a bag of, not sure what that is, but yeah, this is just like a little bag of like faux grass. They do have moss that you can also purchase at the Dollar Tree. This is a little harder to work with from what I discovered working with it before. So I'm not sure how well this is going to work, but we're going to give it a try. So I just grabbed a little piece and we're just going to put a bunch of glue on the bottom and see what happens. So I'm going to kind of tuck that in there between the carrots. And let's hope that it stays. So probably do this in a few more spots. So what I did is I just pulled a little bit of it out and then just cut some off. And I cut it really small because, again, the wreath is really small. And it just makes it easier to work with. So just gather it up in a little bunch, and then I just like folded it in half. And we don't need this to be perfect because we do want it to look like grass. So I'm just going to kind of glue that down. All right, and so far so good. It's staying, so whenever it's not, I'll just get a little bit of glue. And you could probably make this wreath for less than $10. And when I say that, you can end up with multiple wreaths because each pack has multiple pieces of product in it. So like there's 4 carrots, we're only using 2. So this could actually make a couple of wreaths from the dollar store. All right, so it's pretty much staying. And again, I'll have to keep adding glue to it if it, in fact, doesn't all stay. So, and I'm gonna add a little to the inside. Again, there's no wrong or right way to do this. I'm just kind of like looking at it and then just going from there. So everybody's can look different, as everyone's should. But this is fun because the kids can be creative and do what they would like to their own wreath. And, you know, like I said, there's no wrong or right way. I don't know why I'm having trouble saying that. But see how easy these are to pull out? So you can just pull it right out. And I attach another egg to this right here. Kind of hold the grass down. And let's see, so far so good. I'm really excited that the grass is staying as well because one time I did make a wreath using this moss and I had it everywhere. I think I had more on my hands and on the floor than I did on the wreath itself. So it was not that easy. I'm just gonna kind of go over the back just a little bit, just to kind of, I just went on top just to kind of like hold it down. But here we go. And again, you can either do the whole wreath, just do a little. You can add ribbon to it, which I think I might do a burlap ribbon on the very top. And then I will show you how to do that with a nifty little tool that I got over the holidays. So yeah, so far these are on here pretty good. And it doesn't take long for the glue to dry, so that makes me really happy. And again, if you have a sign that you would like to attach and it's small enough, or if your wreath frame is big enough, do so. I love having like a little bit of something like that on the wreath, you know, it's super cute. So now I'm going to try to attach some kind of right there just to pull it all together, and we'll see how this works. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I was going to do this live, but because this is my first one that I'm doing on showing people how to do crafts, I don't think I could concentrate on reading comments and doing the crafts at the same time. So once I get better at this, doing this and reading comments, I definitely will be doing these live. And then I'll let you guys know ahead of time with some of the products that I'll be using so you guys can follow along. But in the meantime, this is what I'm working with. So anyway, so here's what we've got. As you can see, I've got a little bit of the grass in there, kind of tucked in, and I don't want to make it too full because if I do see a cute sign, I'm definitely going to want to put it in here. So I'm going to kind of leave it as it is. So when it's hanging, this is what it's going to look like. And kind of happy with it. And the glue is still wet, see? That's what happens when I look into the camera and not pay attention to what I'm doing. But thankfully it's just hot glue gun, because the other glue, like the spray-on glue, gets extremely messy. So, and I think I'm kind of numb to being burned. So we'll just replace that glue back on here. And you can get a glue gun for about like $5 at Walmart or on Amazon. They're not that expensive. Even Michael's has them for pretty cheap. I have several of them, and they have all lasted for quite some time. In fact, I don't think I've had to toss one out yet. So, okay, that's what we're doing. So here is a wreath, a little Easter wreath, super simple. Again, all the products are from the Dollar Tree, and I had to go to a couple of Dollar Trees in my area to get this frame right here. But for the most part, if you're really looking to do a bunch of crafts, if you just go like once, a couple times a week, you'll start finding that you'll see different things every time you go in. So these may not be available where you're at right now, but who knows, like in a few days, they may pop up. So here is our little Easter wreath, and I'll be right back to show you how to do a bow. All right, guys, so I am back, and we're gonna show you how to do a super easy bow. And I got some ribbon, and this says Happy Easter, and I got this from, once again, the Dollar Tree. And this is kind of like a burlap kind of ribbon. So and it has wire in it, which is very important because it'll help make the bow stand up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure like how big I want my bow to be. So this is the left side of the bow. So I kind of, lay it up here like this to see like how big I want it to be. And once I figure out that, then I do the other side, okay? So you're kind of like, so I have one side right here that I have, okay, and I folded it over. I only want it to be this big. Your bow can be as big as you want it to be. And then what I do is I just match the other side by doing another loop. So this is what it looks like right here, okay? Once you have the measurements, go ahead and cut the fabric. So I'm going to cut it right here. I left my other scissors, so I'm using these really heavy duty scissors. So okay, so this is my bow right here. So just fold it in half like this. All right, and don't be worried if it doesn't look too fancy right now. It will, because we're going to cheat on how we're going to do this bow. All right, so once you have it, once we get it glued down and everything, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be really cute. All right, so that's our bow. All right, now we need to make a piece that's going to wrap around the bow. So once you have it like this, you're going to pinch it together. So now we need something to go in the center to make it look cute. All right, and we just need a small strip, very tiny. So I'm only going to do about, I would say like, I'm not good at measurements, but 3/4 of an inch, just a tiny little piece, okay? So here's what we got. Fold our bows, make sure that this piece is overlapping just a tiny bit like that, okay? And go ahead and glue that together. So we're just going to use a little bit of glue and glue that down. Glue our little flap down. All right. And now it's basically like that, okay? So now we're going to pinch it in the center to make our bow. So it's like that. And then you can go ahead and put this seam in the back. So just like kind of fold it to where it's pinched like that. And then what you're going to do is take your little piece that you cut and just wrap it around, okay? And we're gonna glue this down. So just glue that piece down. And again, if I'm not making too much sense, please let me know in the comments. I'm so just used to doing this as I go that, you know, sometimes I think that everybody knows how to do this, and it's not true because I had to learn myself. And then, you know, wrap it and then glue it down again. So you've wrapped your bow with that little fabric piece. And of course, I did mine the wrong way. So thankfully the glue hasn't dried too much. So now I got to do it again. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I get for looking into the camera. So let's try one more time, having it face the right way with the lettering on the outside. All right. And this is why I want everybody to know how easy and fun this is to do, because even though, like, when I first started doing crafts, I was incredibly intimidated. I would see other people's creations and I thought, there's no way I can do that. You know, like mine would never look as good as theirs. And that's so not true. What I'm finding out, I'm finding that everybody likes it. All right, everyone, sorry about that. Of course, somebody shows up while I'm doing my very first video, right? But, all right, so then just cut off the excess, and then if you can still see it, just glue down, you know, I'm sorry, just glue down like the little bit to make it all even so you can't see any fabric sticking up. And the fabric may split a little like that, and just go ahead and cut it off because this doesn't have to be perfect. Again, I just want to show people how they can make crafts that you don't have to be so stressed out about. Like I thought I couldn't do a craft until it was perfect, you know? So, and I'm slowly learning that's not the case. I'm just gonna make what I like, and that's all that matters. So, okay, so now we have this, and because our ribbon is wired, you'll see that you'll be able to make a nice little poof. So this is what we got. So now we just gotta make the tails. All right, so go ahead and measure like how long. I do it along with my wreath just so I can see how long I want it to be. So I don't want it to be too long, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it just a few inches. So this is the length that I want for my wreath. So I figure if I hold it right here, and then this will be the length of my toe. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I do this one at a time, cut right here to make it fancy. See how that is? All right, so I wanna measure again. I probably should have measured before I cut the little fins into it, but oh well. All right, and then do it again like that. So now you have the two little pieces. And because we're not using too much ribbon, this is 3 yards. So if you make a mistake, feel free to do it again. It's not the end of the world, and it costs $1 as opposed to going to Michael's and spending, you know, a ton of money on some ribbon. This one, practice over and over and over. I had to watch so many YouTube videos to learn how to make a ribbon. And what I learned is that there's actually a device called the Bodabra, which I will be doing a video on how to make the most amazing bows. The ones that you see at Christmas time, they're just absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, so then here's what we do. We just gather up the little pieces right here, and then gather up right there, and then you put them together. And this will be glued. I'm just showing you how to do it. This will be glued, and then we'll glue it all together, and that's how we cheat to make a cute little bow. And you know what I found out is when we do this, this is how most of the bows are made. They're not like one gigantic piece of ribbon. I was killing myself trying to figure out how in the world are these people making these fantastic bows, and again, before I had my Bodabra, I could not figure it out. I was like, how are these people holding this ribbon down only with 10 fingers? It doesn't make any sense because once you've got a piece of ribbon in your hand, how do you, and I'm just gluing this down in the back, like right there. How can you possibly create such a magnificent piece, you know, like a bow? It was beyond me. Come to find out, it's all chopped up. They do it in sections. So don't be intimidated if you have to do this, because I do it all the time. So now I'm just gonna put a little bit right there. And nobody's gonna see this backing, so don't worry. And see how cute it's coming out? Everything's facing the right way. Nothing's weird looking. You know, when you go to tie a bow, sometimes like things get twisted. Not this way, not if you cut it. So, and that's again, what I've learned with those giant bows. But wait till you see the Bodabra in action, because it actually makes some really great bows without having to cut, because it holds it all for you. So here we go. So we've got our little bow. I'm just waiting for the glue to dry. And then we're just gonna adhere it to our wreath. And again, if you have little like frays or anything like that, just cut them off. And normally I don't use these big scissors, but the other ones are in the kitchen and I don't feel like walking out there. All right, so we've got our pretty perfect bow. That's it. All right, so here's where I want to glue it. I want to glue it to right about there. And because now that I'm noticing, and again, this is why crafting is so fun, because you think you're going to do something one way and then you end up doing it another. I am not actually going to put anything that says welcome or anything like that, because I've already got a ribbon that has wording on it. If you would like to still add something to yours, feel free to do so. The Dollar Tree has several different types of ribbon that you can choose from. And I just happen to really like this one. So, all right. And just let it sit there for a minute. And to hang this, you can get wire. To hang it, you can just put it on a command hook. I have tacks that hold up some of my wreaths. I'm not that fancy. Or you can get some of this. They do have this string right here at the Dollar Tree that you can find. And if you don't find it in the craft section, for some odd reason, it's in the automotive section. So here we go. Here is our Easter wreath. Let's see. Okay, so this is $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. It was $5. And as you can see, I have a ton of ribbon left. This came with 2 bunnies. This came with 4 carrots, and I got a bunch of little eggs. So you could easily, for under $10, get multiple wreaths out of this. So you can get multiple wreaths out of this. Sorry, the camera keeps fading out because it's telling me that my battery is low. But yes, so for $10, because like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is $5. And I still have plenty of product left. And again, you can get real creative. You can fill this whole wreath with eggs and carrots. You can do a bunny on both sides, whatever you like. But here's your dollar store wreath. Happy Easter.